Hi, Melissa from Melissa vs. Fibromyalgia here, and it is that time of year. Now, we kind of get to this time every year, and I don't know about you, but I crash. I can feel my fatigue levels and my pain levels just rising, and I know that there is so much to do and so much coming, and you start to kind of quietly panic, and then I go into planning mode. So, what I have done in anticipation for this holiday season is help you go into planning mode too. So, this is your guide for managing fibromyalgia, chronic pain, chronic fatigue in the holiday season. So, we know it's a whole thing, we know there's a lot going on, but these are my succinct tips to help you cope. So the crucial concept here to know is pacing, and I have an entire training of it, and I will link below for you, because pacing is foundational for managing these illnesses, and when you can start with those, then you pretty much have the basics for how to manage in any situation. But pacing means that your energy is aligned with what you have to do, or your commitments, or your responsibilities. It also incorporates resting well and learning to say no. So it's about as much as what you do and also what you don't do. So let's look a little bit more in detail with action tips. So the first thing you need to know is your energy envelope. So the most basic place to start is understanding your current abilities. So this is a little bit of work, but to start you can check out the CFIDS rating scale, and I'll put a link to that in the blog post that will accompany this, and find out your score. And this will give you a sense of where you're at as a percentage out of 100, and it gives you a sense of how many hours that means that you should be working or managing the home, or whatever those hours of activity you are. And so what you want to do is check in with your existing responsibilities and consider that when you're planning anything else for the holiday season. So the rating scale is like your macro view, so your daily energy allotment and all of those big things, and then you want to come down to your micro view. So what does your work rest ratio look like? When will you rest? How do you rest? What is your bedtime? So what is the action point here? Learn your rating scale and put it into practice as you create your schedule. And 2, stick to your micro view energy management across the day. The next thing is to prioritize and organize. So now that you know your rating scale and how much you already have to do, you can start prioritizing what needs to be done and get yourself organized. So what are the actions here? You need to make a list of all the things that you need to do. Schedule them out across several weeks. For example, start your Christmas shopping now, but do it what you can online to save energy. Say no to the things that you can't manage, or don't need to be done, or don't need to be done by you. You can delegate. Be ruthless here, because you have got to live with your body after Christmas. Okay, hear that again. Be ruthless with saying no, because you've got to live with your body after Christmas. So negotiate the middle ground. What isn't urgent but isn't kind of a flat out no from you? Decide what you'll do. So maybe you have a work Christmas party on the same weekend as your friend's Christmas party. Probably best to choose one, unless you've got quite a lot of time to recover afterwards. But kind of work through those cost versus benefit ratios of what you have to add to your list. The next thing is to take your rest. Part of pacing well is to rest well. So I'm not a good napper, so I rely on Yoga Nidra guided meditation. But even if you can nap, I'd suggest that Yoga Nidra is more efficient. You can lie in bed with your heat pack and do 10, 20, 30 or 40 minutes meditation and get excellent rest. Now, I've got a post all about Yoga Nidra, including a free practice for you, which I'll link below. I've also got a video with a free Nidra practice, so I'll link all those for you. This also might be a good time to start thinking about taking your sick leave, or taking a full-on rest day in the weekends. Start using those tools that you have available to take a break. And any household tasks that need to be done, delegate. If you've got somebody in your house who can help you, delegate. I talk more about this in my Pacing Your Cleaning blog post, but what are your action points here? 1, supercharge your rest with Yoga Nidra. 2, take some time out. 3, ask for help. Reduce the burdens as much as possible. Now, the last thing here is to amplify your self-care and management mechanisms. So this kind of follows on from before. So ensure that you have a symptom management plan in place, use it and amplify it as needed. So what does this kind of mean? Follow your symptom management plan. Now, I've written a book, Melissa versus Fibromyalgia. This is the physical version, but you can get the ebook version, which comes with a printable template bundle, and one of them is a symptom management plan. So that is one way that you can get your plans going. But otherwise, write out a list of things you're going to do to manage your symptoms and enact it. Then add some extra self-care, pamper yourself with little bits and pieces here and there to really amplify that self-care. And remember your daily human needs. Keep up with your water, have good food, so balance out the junk with the vegetables. Keep your gentle movement going. All of those little human things, keep them going. Don't let those be the things that drop off your list when you're prioritizing. So these are my tips for coping. So pacing, saying no, organizing, resting well, and looking after yourself. Remember, you've done a whole year already. So there is nothing wrong with looking out for yourself. There is nothing wrong with saying no. You deserve to enjoy your holidays. So tell us below, what are your top tips for managing fibromyalgia and chronic pain and fatigue in the holiday season?